Hello everyone, my name is Jenny and welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming to check it out. Today I will be creating this simple peachy pink makeup look inspired by Valentine's Day. So something just simple, nothing too hard to recreate. So if you want to learn how to get this look, keep watching the video. Okay, so I already went ahead and primed my eyelids. I used a fluffy brush just to blend out my Urban Decay primer potion. And so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the eyeshadow. So I think I'm gonna be starting off with this palette by Colourpop. This is a Sweet Talk palette. And I'm going to take, let's see, I'm gonna take the shade Dream Maker with the big fluffy brush. I'm just gonna swirl my brush in there and I'm gonna go right above the crease and start blending. So I'm just gonna take that and blend it above the crease. And kind of bring it up towards the inner part of your eyebrow right here. It should look like that. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I got both eyes done, just notice that I kind of flick it out on both sides just to soften the look. Now I'm going to go with a smaller brush, smaller fluffy brush, and I'm going to take the color Mellow. This one right here is just a little bit darker than the first color that I put on. And I'm just gonna dip my brush. I'm gonna put it right underneath, closer to where my lid crease is. I'm just gonna put a little bit right there. Now this is gonna be a pretty simple look. You know, something quick, and you don't need this exact palette. I mean, there's so many makeup palettes that have the same, you know, kind of color schemes. So if you don't have this palette, you can always find, I'm sure you could find another one with similar shades. So now that I did that, I am going to use that same fluffy brush, and I just wipe it off a little bit on a towel, and I'm just gonna grab this lighter shade right up here called Catch Me, and this one is kind of it's really chalky, so just make sure you tap, and I'm gonna go right underneath the brow bone just to brighten that up a little bit. There's not much of a shimmer to it, but it's just light enough to kind of blend out that top of that eyeshadow, and then just kind of go and combine them both. Make sure you go around the edges, kind of smooth that out. It should look like that. Now for the eyelid, I am going to, I'm just going to grab a little more of my primer potion and stick it right on top, just to make sure I have something there for the shadow to grab on, you know, hold on to. And I think I'm gonna stick a nice shimmery shade on there. And it doesn't have to be perfect because I kind of want this look to look, you know, soft and blended, nothing harsh, not going for a cut crease. Just blend it out nice. And then now I'm gonna go in with the color Garden Date, which is this one right here. Sorry, I still have my hand. This one right here. And I'm gonna use my finger to start with, because you know, sometimes shimmers apply better with your finger. So I'm just gonna grab what I have on my finger and I'm gonna pat it right on my eyelid. This look is already reminding me of springtime. This shadow is so pretty. It has like a peach with some gold shimmer to it. Really pretty. I just keep applying until I get it how I want it. So it should look like that. And I'm gonna do the same with the other eye, and I'll be right back. So now that I got that on, should look like that. And I forgot to mention, if you want to go for a more foiled look, you can wet your brush and dip it in that same color and then apply, and it will give you a more foiled look. But I'm gonna keep it soft look today, and then I'm going to go back in with that second peachy shade that I used with that same smaller blending brush. And I'm just gonna go right kind of where I laid it in the beginning. Just go right over and blend out the edge of where I applied that shimmery shade or that metallic shade, just to make sure that it doesn't look too harsh from where the color, the mattes begin and the shimmer. Bring it all the way in and down. And it should look like that. Okay, so now for the bottom lash line, I'm gonna go ahead and apply some more of my primer on the bottom just to give my shadow something to stick to again. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're gonna blend it out anyway. I just grabbed that same brush that I used to blend it out with. And then we're gonna go back in with that small blending brush. We're gonna take that first one that we took in the crease, dip our brush, and then apply it to the bottom lash line, all the way into the inner corner. So now that I got that first shade on there, I am going to go in with this deeper shade right at the very bottom. I'm just going to grab that same brush and dip it in there. And I'm going to apply it in the same place that I put the first one on, just to help darken it up a little bit. And just wing it up and out. Now this is kind of starting to look like a monochromatic look. Just all the colors are pretty much in the same color family, and I'm loving how it's looking. So that's how it should look. Okay, so now I think we're pretty much done with the eyes. I might go back in and maybe do a little highlight on the brow bone, but now I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. liquid shadow, and this one is in the color 24K Gold, and I'm just gonna dot some in the inner corner just to give my inner corners a more open look. I just apply them on my inner corners, and then I grab a little brush and just spread that out, bring it up. Okay, so I don't really like the way that inner corner yellow, it's just a little too yellowy for me. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna take my BH Cosmetics palette. It's my Ray Ray one. I don't know if they still sell this one, but I'm gonna take this like highlighter. It's like a goldy type highlighter color, and I'm gonna spray my brush. Well, actually, I'm gonna dip my brush in there first. I'm gonna spray, and then I'm gonna add that on top to see if that. There we go. That's more of a lighter gold that I was wanting. So just make sure you bring it up into the crease, just to give you that open effect. Bring it down into the inner third. You can see how it kind of brightened up the inner eye. So just bring it down, and then I'm just gonna add a little bit on the high points of my eyebrow. Now this highlighter is really chunky. I don't really use it as on my face because I'm not a big highlighter fan. I do like it for inner corner. Okay, so I think I'm done with the eye look. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my brown gel eyeliner in the bottom and top waterline, and then I'm gonna go in with these Kiss lashes, and I'm gonna go ahead and get those put on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I got my lashes, liner, and mascara all done, this is what it's looking like. So now I'm just going to grab this cheek blush duo from Too Faced, and then apply it to my cheeks. This one is in Papaya Pop. It's kind of like a peachy. One side is peachy, and then this side is like a kind of like a highlight, kind of peachy gold. So I'm just gonna get that, and I'm just gonna grab a brush and swirl it in there and put it on my cheeks. And I'm trying to grab the peachy side more than the gold side because I don't want too much of a glow. And I think these are not super pigmented. They're just to give you like a nice sheer wash on the cheeks. So I'm just gonna grab this other cheek palette that I've been loving by Makeup Revolution London, and I'm just gonna go in with these first four. I'm just gonna swirl it around and just go over. I don't know if you can really tell, my light's kind of bright. And the sun keeps popping in and out of the window, so it kind of keeps changing the lighting. So it should look like that. And now for the lips, which I think will be the last thing, I am going to go in with my lip liner that I always use, and this one's by NYX in the color Cold Brew. I'm just gonna line my lips. And I just kind of fill in the outer corners. Like that. And then I'm going to go in with this Maybelline matte or Superstay matte ink liquid lipstick. And this one's kind of like a pinky nude shade. I just want a little bit. I'm just going to grab my finger and blend it in with the lip liner. And then I like to go over it again one more time with the lip liner. Just lightly. I'm gonna let that sit, and then I'm gonna apply my gloss. I forgot to mention that this was in the color Loyalist. So now that that's dried, I'm gonna apply Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Ice. And I think that is the finished look, you guys. What do you guys think? I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Bye.